it's not yet Christmas, but more than 2,600 motorists have already been arrested this festive season. Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula released the latest preliminary statistics a little earlier. He's also raised an alarm over the massive spike in deadly crashes, and eNCA senior reporter has been combing through the data. Siphamandla Goge joining us to talk through some of those biggest outcomes. The statistics, very alarming indeed, Siphamandla, but how are they looking overall this festive season?
Not good at all. Grim, according to Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula. That's what he said when he was releasing those preliminary statistics today at Mabopane Highway. One of the hotspots, by the way. He says the picture is not looking good. It is a concern that we are seeing an increase in terms of road fatalities. It's still early in the festive season. The festive season period wraps up on the 11th of January. If the numbers are this bad now, just imagine what will happen come the 11th of January. And I can tell you that these road crashes which lead to fatalities, they are giving transport authorities some headache. And Fikile Mbalula attributes this to a number of things that happen on South African roads. But let's take a listen to him giving that detailed breakdown of these road accidents.
Statistics reveal that people who died in our roads this year were passengers at 35%, followed by pedestrian at 34%, drivers at 26% and motorcyclists at 1%, and bicycle drivers at 1%. The vehicle types that had the most contribution to fatal crashes were minibuses, light delivery vehicles and trucks. Most fatal crashes happened during the early hours of the morning and early evening. Most crashes occur between Friday and Sunday. Year on year, the number of fatalities has marginally declined by 3.1% from 848 in 2020 to 822 this year. We are seriously concerned about the high number of major crashes where 5 or more people perish in a single incident. We have seen a 142% spike in crashes with multiple fatalities, resulting in 17 such crashes so far this year compared to 7 over the same period. The number of fatalities from major crashes also increased from 34 last year to 111 this year.
And of course, Siphamandla Goge, there are many reasons that motorists do not adhere to the rules of the road. What are some of those reasons that were highlighted at today's briefing?
Speed, people who drive while they are drunk, the issue of people who do not have driver's licenses, people traveling at night using unroadworthy vehicles. Those are some of the factors, not the only factors, but some of the factors that have been cited and that they have been attributed to be causing these accidents, according to Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula. It's a number of those factors, but those are the main common ones that are familiar or that authorities have been able to pick up when they are doing their analysis. And I can tell you that the issue of expired license, these driver's license cards that have expired for motorists, are some of the things that are picked up during these roadblocks. Earlier today at Mabopane Highway, most motorists that were stopped by traffic officers, they did not have valid driver's licenses. Others were using expired driver's licenses. Their license discs for their motors or for their cars were also expired. It's something that Fikile Mbalula says it's concerning, and a number of vehicles have been impounded and some of those have been taken out of the road. Let's take a listen.
A total of 1,561 vehicles were discontinued, 1,820 impounded, 2,639 drivers were arrested for various offenses, ranging from drunken driving to excessive speeding and operating vehicles without a driving license. The worst speedster was caught on the N1 Mokopane, where he clocked 225 kilometers an hour in a 120 kilometer zone. The worst drunk driver was caught on the N2 north at Venkelspruit in KwaZulu-Natal with a breath alcohol reading of 1.95 mg per 1,000 ml of breath.
Now, another big issue that we've been dealing with for the better part of this year, Siphamandla Goge, is this issue of driver's licenses and the backlog that has ensued for a while. What did the minister have to say about this in terms of its resolution?
It will take a while for that to be resolved. I can tell you that the Transport Minister is encouraging people to basically go for their temporary driver's licenses, because for now it's not clear when that broken machine, which is used to produce driver's license cards, will be back from Germany. It was sourced from Germany. It's broken. It's been sent abroad to be fixed. It's the only machine that was operating. So Fikile Mbalula saying, well, this has prompted for a decision to be taken that South Africa needs what he calls a new regime in terms of driver's licenses. Simply put, moving forward, there will be a new format of driver's license in South Africa, saying the current format of driver's licenses will be discontinued. But that is a policy decision that still needs to go to cabinet. It will take months, even years, for that to come into existence. Because of this backlog, I can tell you that about 380,000 cases of backlogs have been reported, and Fikile Mbalula says this is concerning. It's something they are trying to address, but as we speak, there is no clear indication as to when that will be addressed. But for now, the simple thing to do, or the best thing to do, is for people to renew their driver's licenses while they wait for their permanent driver's licenses to be issued. Let's take a listen to the minister.
You'll recall that during COVID, we gave a grace period almost twice for cars, disc renewal. And then we did explain to motorists that the only thing we're dealing with between now, that last year, and March next year, in terms of extension, is the driver's license backlog in the country, not the vehicles. And we have always urged people to go and renew their vehicle discs, and they are not doing that. From last night and even this morning, you still have got a lot of vehicles. You have seen the total number of vehicles impounded. There are many. And that mission is going to continue, because we urge all motorists to go and renew their discs, vehicle discs, and that is important for them to actually do that, or otherwise they are going to face the consequence.
Siphamandla Goge, our senior reporter, following those statistics of the festive season and the carnage that has come about in the last few days.